NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Time to see the Bengals offense go to work, and leading them out, the #1 overall pick in the 2020 draft, Joe Burrow, now in his second season out of LSU.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, isn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He's got his man. This is Tate. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. Now they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. So the Raiders backed up here to begin their first drive. They'll be led by a 3-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season. It's Deshaun Watson. From the end zone, Watson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 98 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson. He showed what he's got there.
And we knew that this offense was going to try to put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun to give to Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Hendrickson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Back to throw, Watson. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He completes it to Tate. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Got a man open, it's Chase. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing again, it's Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once.
Touchdown! C.J. Uzomah, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now here come the Raiders.
They are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Watson.
Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. These 2 teams all tied after 1. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Hunter Renfrow was the man he was looking for.
But now it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this group, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Now Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw pulled in by Tate. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Watson on 1st down. Pass caught by Ruggs, middle of the field. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45.
To throw is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all... receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Burrow out to the left. He's got Sample there. And catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Burrow will throw. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right? Fighting through it, he's got space. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Again, it's Burrow. Letting one go deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback.
Now Burrow loses the football.
And the Raiders have recovered. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. From the 38, Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this 1st half. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively in this disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the 2nd half is now underway. Now Jones. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. And he's racking up the yardage. You see the catches. Defensively, what do you do here to stop a guy like this?
You keep trying to change things up because nothing is really working. Whether you have a man on him, 2 people, you're showing different types of zone defenses combined with man-to-man coverages. Try and change things up and eventually get to the point where maybe you put enough people on him, they won't throw the ball to him anymore.
offense set to get this drive started.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On second down, Jacobs. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Here's Watson.
Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Watson off play action. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
From midfield now, Burrow. This is caught by Tate. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Now Burrow loses the football.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters, as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson, he'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Watson on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, it's Watson. That'll be checked down to Drake. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. He'll buy some time right. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Bengals grab it. And now the rookie's free. The 40. Past the 20. 10, 5, and this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. And now the offense for the Bengals being called back out as they'll try to add on 2 more. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he will find his man Ruggs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Jacobs with a carry on first down as he'll get about 3 there before he's taken down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation. And taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Oh, no, he lost the football. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll try the air now with Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So he needed 1, he ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
Watson now going to run the option right. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Deshaun Watson fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
To return it, Darius Phillips. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he will find his man Chase complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete here.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Thorne, that got in there to bring him down. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain, possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And a is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. So Burrow and the Bengals down 28-21, a minute 55 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
I'm blind, right?
Burrow. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On the delay, it's Mixon. Pushes him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. They'll start with the option. They find some open field here. And he will slide down with the first down for the moment. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Off the option, here's Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of the first. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Bengals will get the football back. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Keeps himself upright. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Las Vegas, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And now they'll get the short week as they get set to play